What's up, people? You have found the KO Report, and I'm Scott Killian. Today, we're going to take a look at the Hoka Bondi E7, and I'll let you know Killian's opinion if it's a KO or just okay. Stick around. Thanks for checking out another edition of the KO Report. I'm really glad you're here. As I mentioned in the opening, we're going to talk about a new shoe, or at least new to me, and it's the Hoka. This particular one is the Bondi E7. Now, I've done videos on shoes before, and what I've done was the Cole Haans, and they are fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but they are a dress shoe. I have a conference coming up, a 5-day conference where I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, and it starts tomorrow. And I was told, you can be in jeans, which is nice, but that means you don't want to be in dress shoes. So with this conference coming up, I was looking for something comfortable and not old dad shoes. My kids tell me that the Skechers are and New Balance out. So I'm like, what do you suggest? So two things that kind of came up with people that I was talking to was Brooks and Hokas. I've looked at the Brooks. They're a good looking shoe. I've never owned a pair, but I seen the Hokas and something about them just really popped. They have a wide selection. They're typically priced around the same as the Brooks, but this particular style kind of stood out to me. I actually seen a guy wearing a pair at church, and I thought, I want to try those. And I asked him about them. He gave me a little bit of it's like walking on clouds. He was not lying. These things are awesome. So I went by a local store, and shop local, stay local. So I went by a local store in my hometown and picked up this pair, and I've been wearing them now for a month, hoping that I needed to maybe break them in for this event coming up, and there was not necessarily a worry about a break-in. But from day one, comfort. Now, this particular style, I got this color, as I said earlier, it was the Bondi E7. What I like about it is the way it hides all of the cushioning that it does have. Got my computer going off. So there, if you look at the inside, there is a lot of cushioning. The sole starts right above this line. So you have right at 1.75 inches of padding on the bottom of these. Now the Bondi's is the most padded shoe that is in the Hoka lineup. It has a heel of the bottom of it is kind of curved. So when you go to step, the heel automatically pushes you off. Now, the first day, maybe wearing these, I felt that I was a little unstable. Now this is just wearing around the house. These, make no mistake about it, these are running shoes. But if you see me running and I don't have a basketball in my hand, you better run too, because something's chasing me. I'm just not going out to run for my health. Got better things to do. And yeah, I don't run. Anyway, but if you are running, when the heel strikes, these do propel you forward. The comfort in these is phenomenal. It reminds me, one of my daughters, or both of my daughters, have actually done gymnastics. And when they are in that room where they're doing their tumbling, if you go out there and walk on it, that's kind of what it feels like on these the first time. You feel kind of a spongy feel, but after the first day and you wear them, you really get acclimated to it, or grow used to it, or maybe your shoes just break in. I'm not sure, but the tongue on these has a little bit of a felt lining, a little bit of padding to it. Not a lot, but it's enough to when you tie your strings, if you do cinch them up pretty tight, there's enough padding in the tongue that you don't really feel it digging into your foot. I want to say they ran true to size, but I typically wear a 10.5 to an 11, and these are an 11.5. The collar around here is through the Achilles area, the back of your ankle, is very thick. At its thickest point, it gets narrow on the inside like that. So this area here is about that thick. And then when you come to the top, where the Achilles and the ankle is, it's about that thick. So lots of padding. If you have any questions, I'm not going to bore you with a lot of back company details. I honestly don't know, but you have the thickest sole and cushioning from Hoka. And on the outside, I was telling you how thick it looks here. On the outside, which is what people are going to see the most, you don't notice it. They got a great way of hiding it. This line coming through here, you would think the sole of the shoe is actually running along with the white and transitioning back here to the light blue gray area. But the truth is, you're actually standing on this. But the way that line is blended in and the use of colors and the angles there, you can't tell that you're actually standing on that much cushion. Seen one of my buddies at a store as I did have these on, and he walked by, and as we made eye contact with each other, he's like, the first thing he's like, boy, what? And he kind of looks down and he goes, what kind of shoes you got on there? You trying to get taller? And he could actually tell because he's always been just a touch bit taller than me, and now we're looking eye to eye. He thought it was funny and kind of called me out trying to joke on me about it. But it really, I'm 6 foot anyway, so it's not necessarily a height issue that I have, or some shorter people have some kind of a complex. But it has been a great shoe, very comfortable. I love the way they do propel you. I can't complain about them at all. They don't look awkward. It's a great looking shoe, super comfortable, as I've said. So if you're looking for a comfortable pair of shoes and you are a runner, if you're a runner, you probably know more about these than I do. But if you're just looking for a comfortable pair of shoes that aren't necessarily dress shoes, there's your hookup. The Hoka Bondi E7. Highly recommended. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them down below. If you want to give me a thumbs down, you want to trash talk me, go ahead, because I'm just out here having a good time. These are videos that I place, so when something happens to me down the road, my kids can watch it and be like, hey, that was my dad. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed doing it. And if you got any other opportunities to check out some of my other videos, be sure to check them out. You can find them at the KO Report or under Scott Killian. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great day. Take care.